What is going on in internet land? Ignacio, you are joining us here on the Captain's Log. I think it's been a while since you've been on the Captain's Log. It was like that first week or so, I think. Well,
maybe.
Kind of, yeah. Was it after Mick stepped down? Crossplay? I don't remember.
The weird thing is that 2020 is such a weird year that I feel like it wasn't that long ago, but there's that whole gap of 2020.
I'm finding it. It was, the episode was called The Prettiest Rhino, and it is from last May. First week of May.
Okay, so that must have been after Mick stepped down, because then had you on in June on the review show for Your Name.
No
anime.
No, that was
earlier than that.
Earlier
because
than
I was in a set for that. So it would have been February, March, around there.
Yeah, it was earlier that year. I think it was pre-quar.
Yeah.
Pre.
I'm finding it. Hold on.
No, but I would have been on the Captain's Log before.
We have
that.
double audio. I should fix that. There we go. Now it's fixed. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, you were on the review show talking about Your Name about a year ago. That episode came out February 26th.
Oh, man.
Pretty sure I did the Captain's Log before that. Because that...
You might have. That's just the most recent time you were on.
Yeah. Because that's when Cal had his... What was it? Who's Ignacio? What...
Who is Ignacio? Who are you? Where have you been? Where were you on the night of the murder?
Something like that.
The classic Kyle question.
Yeah, exactly. Ignacio, what have you been up to recently? I've gotten to hang out with you and talk with you like every week, but Melissa has not.
Yeah,
the viewers out there might not know. What have you been up to?
So, as some of you may know, and apparently some of you don't know, over here it's summer. And so I've been technically in summer vacation, although I have been doing an internship because my school requires for the curriculum for me to do an internship right now. And so I've been doing that.
Way to go.
Oh, we're in a big old winter wonderland here in the United States.
Yeah.
It's kind of causing problems.
Yeah,
what's up, Sam? Sam is in the chat with us. How's it going? It was interesting for me because the past 2 days I've had snow days. Like work has been canceled. I didn't have to do anything, and so I was just like, I'm gonna take these days to myself and just like watch TV, do video games and stuff like that.
Why was it canceled if everyone's at home already?
So that's the thing. We technically had a third one like a week or two ago where they were like, "Hey, classes are canceled. If you telework, you still have to work, though."
Mm-hmm.
And man, that sucks. Like, just like I would have. So I'm technically part-time at my job. So if the university is closed, then I don't have to go to work. I think there's certain like full-time people that still have to, but since I'm part-time, I don't have to go in. But yeah, that was the thing. They were like, well, you're all working from home. You guys can keep working. You don't need to do all of that stuff. And then they sent out the like alert text on Wednesday night and was like, the university is closed on Thursday. And that was it. And they had a link to like the full explanation. And it was like, if you work from home, take the day off. Just like it's also shut down. So I was just like, this is great. I love this.
Wait,
Just
so have they been doing on-campus classes?
Some, yes, yeah. It was like I think they've worked out a system so that if your class is on campus, then only certain students go 1 week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then the next week you only go Monday and Tuesday, and it's still, all spread out and socially distanced and stuff like that. But a lot of them are virtual too, but I'm never on campus now, so I don't know.
Interesting.
But snow days are good though. Like it's so much fun to have a snow day.
That sounds nice.
I wish we had snow here because everywhere I've lived, it has never been a place where there's been snow.
Yeah.
The climate doesn't allow snow in the places I have lived. And I know a lot of people that live in those kinds of areas would say, I wish it didn't snow here. Because I'm sure it has to be a pain in the ass with having everything covered with snow and being it difficult to drive and stuff like that and being so cold.
Yeah.
But someone that doesn't experience much snow, I wish it would snow. It would snow.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a bit of a hassle. And if your city is not prepared or they don't if it's not something that usually happens where you are from, most of the time they aren't prepared. And so it's just that much worse where it's like, well, now we're stuck for like a week.
Man, Texas got fucked.
And stuff like that. Yeah, Texas got fucked. Sam says you would hate snow. So there you go. So in Chile, did you guys have any kind of like weather days of like, hey, if this thing is happening, school will be canceled? Some like severe.
Well, the thing about Chile is that since it's so long but also narrow, we have a very diverse climate where up north we have the most arid desert, but on the south we have glaciers. And so it would depend on where you are. For me, the most that, and it was very rare, it would be that if it rained a lot and somehow school got flooded, then they would cancel school. But that didn't happen many times when I was here.
Interesting.
But other than that, the other one would be if there's an earthquake. And
that would make
sense. For whatever reason, there's, I don't know, rubble somewhere, which isn't very common, to be honest. Then that might present a problem.
Melissa, do you get like tornado days or stuff where it's like, hey, we know today is gonna be real bad. It's gonna be real windy up in here.
I don't think anybody knows about a tornado that far in advance. Like nobody blocks out a day for tornado.
I mean, maybe you never know. It's just like, hey, today's the day. Stay home.
A tornado often comes along with like a very heavy storm. And I've never encountered just like a thunderstorm so bad we didn't go to school.
I kind of have. So I'm on the East Coast of the United States. Melissa, you're in the Midwest. But I'm like in like central East Coast, so I have a bit of everything where we have snow, we have summer, it's humid, we have we don't really have tornadoes, but we have hurricanes and stuff like that. Wow. We've gotten a hurricane day, but I've only had that happen once in my life.
Oh, and you and your parents went to Barnes and Noble?
Yep. So they were like,
you told me the story like 3 times.
Why would you go there?
So it was supposed to be this bad storm of like, hey, it's about to be this big hurricane. School is canceled. You guys should stay home. My mom wasn't working at the time, and I think my dad was like, I'm gonna take the day off just so I can stay home and make sure things are okay. And then it never came, and it was just like mildly windy that day. So we're just like, well, you're you guys want to go to like Macaroni Grill and Barnes and Noble or something? We're just like, yeah, let's go. So that's what we did.
Wait,
so it wasn't that there was a storm when
there was supposed to be one. And like that's what the weather people were saying. And I guess the thing is with hurricanes is that when they hit land, they kind of start to curve back outwards. So they thought it was going to come up and hit us, but it ended up curving just enough where it's like, okay, we got like the tail of it, and that was it.
Yeah, because I was picturing little Cal being at Barnes and Nobles trying to read a book while every other book is flying all around him.
That'd be wild.
Just trying to read a manga.
Yeah. Stop it, not now.
I gotta see what the Gundam's gonna do.
Good stuff. Melissa, what was the last time you had a snow day, or have you had a snow day?
In my life as a student, I had them, but not as a professional woman. I don't believe I ever have. I mean, I've had days where I've worked from home instead of going to the office, back when I would traditionally go into an office. But nowadays, like, everything still runs. The academic world, it keeps churning. There's somebody somewhere where there isn't snow still submitting papers. So I gotta check them.
Yeah. I just like, I took the day to like watch TV and read comics. Melissa, you and I are covering a comic called Live Wire from Valiant Comics. And so I read most of that today. I streamed some video games today. I was playing Little Nightmares. Yeah.
Look at you, Kyle. Going from barely being able to play Resident Evil to playing a horror game on your own. Look at you.
This one's not the same type of scary.
They're just little nightmares.
Right. Exactly. Just
not
just a little nightmare.
Next up, we gotta get you playing Outlast.
Oh God, no. So like, I will say today though, at the part that I got to in that game, there are some things I was just like, nope, I don't like this. This is not good. So, Gino will hear some things.
Oh.
Gino, this game was scarier than I thought.
Foreboding.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad, but yeah, there were some parts I was just like, oh God, no, I don't like this. But yeah, it was fun. It was relaxing.
That's
relaxing.
Good.
Relaxing indeed. Well, I mean, yeah, to just to do what I want, right, and not have to worry about work. Because I'll sit here and play video games during the workday, but as soon as work actually comes in, I have to like stop, right? So I can't really stream it because then I'll be like, okay,
stream yourself.
Sit there and type, right? And yeah, that could last for 2 hours. So just like I don't have to worry about a thing. No one wants me. No one is messaging me, and if they are, I'm ignoring them. Like I can just sit here.
Exactly.
No one wants me.
And if they do, I'm ignoring them.
Nobody knows. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 131.
This is a deep one.
What was that?
This is a deep one.
It is a deep one. 20 minutes in-ish? I guess we had our stream starting soon page, so maybe like 15 minutes in. That's not bad. 131 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson.
Yes.
And Ignacio Rojas is here this week.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Well, let's see. Besides snow days, let's see what we got on our list here.
I do want to say that I looked at a map while you guys were talking.
Sure.
Chile isn't where I thought it was. Like it is, but I thought in my mind that Chile was as long as South America.
No.
Like it was just that tall.
Wait.
It's not. It's only like 3/5 of South America.
Chile is about as long as California. I think Chile is a bit longer.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Kyle, where do you think Chile is?
Guess.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I thought it was an island somewhere, just like a really large island off of South America.
Yeah.
We have Easter Island, for example.
I don't know. Let me see.
That's yours?
I mean, yeah, it is ours, but
wow.
It's funny because Easter Island is, I would say, I think it's closer to Australia than to us.
Okay.
And so that's a weird thing.
Okay.
Like it is about a different continent.
It's like the back of the leg. It like if you look at that coast as like the back of someone's leg right there on South America, Chile is the back of the leg.
No, it
is.
It's the front of the leg because you have the back part is more brown. The front part is more plain. Yeah.
It's part of a leg. Chile is the Western Hemisphere's leg.
Sure. What's it? The back part of the leg, the calves?
The calves,
yes.
Yeah, that would be Argentina.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying there, but
I feel like Peru's like part of the butt. Like Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia make up the butt.
Where it like just the line of that coast, like where Peru, Bolivia, and Chile are, that's like the back of the knee or something, right? Or like Melissa, you said Peru is the butt, so that'd be like the under butt, right? The booty line, as they might say.
Yeah.
Whoever they might be.
Whoever's using this metric to describe world geography. I feel like America gets this a lot. Like Florida's a penis. We all know this. But I feel like I don't often hear these same bodily metaphors applied to international countries. Maybe I would if I lived there.
No one says that here about Chile
the butt line of
the butt.
Peru
no one
and
calls
Chile.
Peru the butt.
It's a leg. Peru is where the butt starts.
Anyways, Melissa, it was last week or the week before that we were talking about themed restaurants, right?
I was with Alan a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was like a month ago. So you have another like themed restaurant
sort of
question here. Go for it. Shoot your shot.
Okay. So McDonald's has been doing these themed meals lately, and I think they've just done a couple of them where it's not any new items, but it's a specific combination of items that a person traditionally orders. So like, I'm not familiar with the man's work, but I ordered the Travis Scott meal. It's like, this is what Travis Scott gets when he goes to McDonald's.
Sure. Yeah.
Like a number 5.
Yeah, but it's like, this is his beverage and his favorite dipping sauce. Like, you get the entire package.
Sure, yeah.
And I saw a video on YouTube this week that was like a bunch of, I don't think any of these are like packs that they are selling, but it's like, these are various celebrity McDonald's orders. It's like, this is what Kanye and Kim order. Country singer Keith Urban.
With that one, you're now getting 2 separate orders.
Yeah.
But like country singer Keith Urban, he had like an egg McMuffin and a hash brown. and 3 coffees and a hot fudge sundae. And I'm now extremely worried about Keith Urban. I want someone to check on him.
Like 3 small coffees or 1 large?
No, 3 small coffees.
Why don't they just make that one large?
Yeah, make it, Australia sized. I believe that's where he's from.
Weird.
But I this is what I've been thinking about. If you could design your own meal with nothing new, it's everything that's already on the menu, but it's just the configurations of your liking, and you can bundle it and package it as like, this is the Kyle meal. This is the Ignacio experience. What is it?
This is the Nick Wilkinson.
Yeah. So does it have to be McDonald's? Because
or
I gotta
anywhere.
be honest, your McDonald's menu sucked so bad.
Kind of does.
What do you have that we don't have?
The signature line.
Oh.
Hold on. What's a McDonald's signature?
Pinky's out for this one, right? Have to be fancy.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
I'm pretty sure we have everything you have, but you guys do not have the signature. Fine.
Images. I'm looking at these now.
Is this supposed to be like a level of quality of like, oh, we use nicer stuff in that?
Kinda.
I've seen some of these before. They've shown up periodically as a special thing on the menu, but we do not regularly have them.
Yeah, like for example, there's one that's the meat, chopped onions, bacon, cheese, a special sauce, and barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And then there is another one that's meat, tomato, ketchup, lettuce, I think bacon.
Sounds like
and
all
the
the
special sauce.
same stuff, but so that's why I was asking though. It must be like a level.
It's also a different type of bun. Yeah, it is a better quality, I would say.
Okay, interesting.
The burgers look taller.
Yeah, it's a different bun.
Yeah, they got smooth brioches.
Yeah, and also it has different sauces. I feel like the rest of the menu is so boring.
Yeah, McDonald's, they don't play it as wild as other fast food chains play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they have salads.
And that's why
they have
the signature line would be.
They have all day breakfast now. Yeah. You can do all of that stuff. There's a.
I think your breakfast is for sure better than ours, where ours is basically non-existent.
Oh man, you
the
guys
illusion
have
of an
like,
egg,
hot cakes, and that's it or something.
No, it's just the same bread that you would eat at your house.
Oh no!
It's the same kind of sandwich that you would eat at your house.
I don't want that. I don't want
like
house bread.
Regular toast.
And then coffee, juice.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So we can pick our fast food chain and just make your own.
Any chain. Like I don't know. Or even if you've got like a local restaurant that like you always order this one thing and you wish they would name it after you.
I'm here every Wednesday night. Blah 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 blah. Oh man, I would go. Let's see. There's a fast food chain kind of in the like tri-state area here between like Virginia, North Carolina, and I think it's also in South Carolina too, called Cookout. And they're great. They're super cheap. They're great drunk food. And you get so much stuff. Like they're like, oh, I want the #1 combo, has just tons of stuff.
What manner of food is this? Is this like barbecue, grill food?
It's like Southern barbecue burgers, but they also have like hush puppies. They have
hush puppies.
Yeah, hush puppies
it's
are
like fried dough balls.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking about the shoe brand.
No, they're not related.
Yeah, just here's a shoe.
Yeah.
Collect all 7. But that doesn't equal to. Don't worry about it. You collect all 7.
Odd number of shoes.
I think I would go with that because they also do like wraps and quesadillas and stuff like that, and then they have like 40 flavors of shakes that
Whoa.
you can get. Yeah.
So you do everything.
Basically. Yeah. So I think mine would be a double bacon cheeseburger. It comes with ketchup and mustard, but you can add all this stuff you want. Medium fry and drink. And then it would be
Wait, medium. Why wouldn't you go large?
You can pick a large one if you want that too.
It's your...
It's my meal, damn it. Okay, Ignacio?
What would you purposely go medium in these contest?
Because that's what I want. So medium fry and drink, and then an Oreo shake, and then you would get like a chicken bacon ranch quesadilla on the side.
Ooh. How big is this quesadilla that it is a side item on top of a double burger, fries, and shake?
It wouldn't be huge. Is the thing. It's small. It's kind of flat. It'd be a good like slice of pizza size.
Oh,
right?
Okay, like a New York pizza.
New York, I feel like, is like big.
New York is big.
What other states make and then call it a New York pizza, even though it's not really a New York pizza and it's not as big?
Like a pizza you can get from like Domino's or DiGiorno and cut that up into eight slices.
It's little.
Basically
I'm picturing a Quick Trip slice.
Yeah, just a small slice. Slice.
I feel like if I hold my hands in this triangle formation long enough, I will summon a pizza.
This is how you summon Pizza Lord. Yeah, I think something like a quesadilla or something on the side would be good.
That's what makes it the Kyle meal,
right? Like it's pretty standard because I'm a bit of a picky. I'm a bit of a picky eater, but having something like a quesadilla alongside a burger is just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
yeah,
big move.
There you go. Yeah. We do big things here at the Kyle Cookout. You know? So.
That would be an interesting question after this one. What could you make that you would call your signature?
Yeah, like what would be your ideal food even if it isn't already on the menu?
No, not even that. If you had to make it.
Like if you were cooking it yourself, what is your signature dish?
So like if you went into the McDonald's kitchen or whatever is in your meal has to be food you can figure out how to make personally.
I don't mean it like that. Like Kyle opens his Kyle Cookout.
Yeah.
What would be the Kyle combo?
What would you sell under your name?
Yeah, because what could I cook?
I just love a sign on the side of like the grid of combo meals with their numbers that said "Make it Kyle style. Add a quesadilla for $2.50."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Ignacio, what would be your meal though? If you could, if I went to be like, I want 2 McRojases, please.
Yeah.
What would that be?
See, the problem is that I'm not that much of a connoisseur of burgers, and so
I mean, you could do like a Taco Bell style thing if you were going to do something like that, or like a
not
Chinese
much of a Taco Bell guy.
That'd be good.
Anything.
No, but it's not that. Is that I could go for McDonald's, but then my order would just be one of the signature line burgers with a fries. But the problem is McDonald's does not have onion rings, and that would be the one thing that I would add.
Ooh, yeah. You'd have to go to like a Burger King.
Yeah,
I would. But then if I good with that, just like you pick some fast food restaurant that has it, like Burger King, and just like here's my burger. You're getting onion rings.
Yeah, here's the King Rojas.
Although I could do Burger King that has the staker. I don't know if you guys know that one.
They're like
staker.
I'm assuming
it's just like
it's
called staker.
Steak sandwich.
No, it's the burger. It's bacon and it's cheese and a special sauce, which I don't know if it is mustard based or something like that. But whenever I pick that one, I a part of that I would get onion rings and then put the onion rings into the burger.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Hack it yourself.
Yeah. But I don't know. Other than that, I cannot do anything fancy like quesadilla.
I have one more thing that maybe is more of a signature of something that I do. We're changing it up and we're going to like a sandwich shop. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like ham and cheese sandwiches. They're my favorite. It would be honey baked ham, and if you go to like a Subway, it would be double meat. Yeah. Then you would get pepper jack cheese, and then they'd put barbecue chips on the sandwich.
Wow.
Barbecue chips. Yeah. And then you'd get some mustard on that, and that's how it would come. That would be my thing, because I sometimes get barbecue chips on the side, and then when I get back to my desk or something, I put them on the sandwich, like inside on the sandwich, because I don't.
We have an inside man.
Right? Yeah, we have an inside man. We're on the inside. We've made it. That would be the commercial. That's great, brilliant, Melissa. You're a genius. But I'm not a big fan of like lettuce or tomatoes or stuff like that on my sandwiches. So it's a like a cheat way to be like, here's some texture, right? Here's something else besides just ham and cheese.
Yeah.
So
for me, it would depend on the mood that day, whether I go with lettuce and all that. But if it were, for example, Subway, I would go with the Texan, which is meat. But meat as in, how's it called? The little,
like,
it's not the whole meat. It's small.
Oh, it's little cubes?
No,
it's
not
meat
even cubes. Not even cubes. It's
like shreds.
No, not even
like
that.
Meatballs?
Like sheets, like steakums.
If you had a meatball, but you smashed it.
Okay, like a little smash patty.
No, it's not that. It's, what's the name?
Like the only other thinking I'm thinking of like hamburger meat, like what you do for tacos, where it's like ground beef.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
What's it called?
If you smash a meatball, right, like you said, it just,
you would get these little pieces, balls. I'm blanking on the word.
Like little chunks.
I'm picturing ground beef.
Oh yeah, ground beef. Yeah. I thought ground beef was something else.
Ground beef.
It would be ground beef, bacon, cheese, but it would be, what's the name of the cheese? The mozzarella cheese, I think it is, and then barbecue.
That sounds good.
Oh, chewy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. Okay, Melissa.
What about you, Melissa?
I've thought it over. I also feel like I don't go totally hog wild with any food orders anywhere, especially not with beverages, because normally it's like I'll drink water I have at home, or I just want an iced tea.
Wait, so you would order a meal and then say, no, just give me the burger. I don't want the
I'll do the combo. If I'm going to a place where I know I'm getting a dedicated combo meal, like at a McDonald's, and not like somewhere like a Taco Bell where I'm just getting assorted a la carte items that's not obliged to come with a beverage, I just get like a half and half iced tea, half sweet, half unsweet, which is very run of the mill. But when I go to Red Robin is typically a place I go to before or after a movie.
True.
And when I thank you, Kyle. Thank you for confirming. When I went there after Endgame, after I saw Avengers Endgame for the first time, I'm like, I need to feel. So I ordered this like really strong margarita and this burger that was like peppercorn bacon and like really tangy horseradish sauce or something. And like I'd make a meal like that. Like the Melissa meal is just designed to make you feel something very strongly. It's like that's what it would be at Red Robin with the roasted garlic aioli for the fries.
There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed.
Good.
Ignacio, what would your signature dish be if you had to cook?
If I had to cook, I was thinking about it to make it a meal because I can cook different things. I can make sushi. I could make a pizza. I could, I don't know, noodles. I don't know what would be my signature.
If you're about to go on a date and you're inviting them to your house and you're like, hey, let's cook. Well, what is the thing that you're going to be like, I'm going to cook that thing to impress them? Because that is most likely your signature.
Ooh, yeah.
Because, see, you have to take into account time. Because I could tell you, I could make a pizza, but to make a pizza, you would have to make the dough the night before. And then the thing that I think
that's
that
fine.
I do well.
It can be that kind of date,
pizza.
right?
Pizza for breakfast.
Pizza, or the other thing that I can do well is fries. And so,
hey,
interesting.
But again, the problem with that is that I have to peel the potato, and then I have to chop it, and then fry them.
There you go.
But yeah, it would be one of those two. Or something sweet. I can make pancakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes are always good.
Yeah. Can my Melissa special just be like a 3-layer birthday cake?
Yes. That is absolutely okay. Okay.
I wasn't even thinking about desserts.
Oh, the other thing would be chicken wings. I like doing chicken wings.
Chicken wings and fries would be a good thing. Right?
Yeah.
It's one of the ideal meals.
Yeah.
That's two of the best friends of the food world.
Yeah. And then the fries, I can add some spices or some flavoring to it.
Yeah.
For me,
a choice sauce.
Yeah.
I think I would have to go with General Tso's chicken.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't really make it from scratch right now. I use a lot of frozen stuff, but I do I have broccoli and carrots and chicken, and I stir fry that in with the sauce, and I make the rice at the same time, and then it's just a big pile of rice, the stir fry stuff, and then I sprinkle sesame seeds on there. But I use I am currently using a store-bought General Tso's sauce, right? It's just pre-made, and then we have this chili paste, this chili pepper paste stuff. It's a little bit thicker, and I mix some of that in there, and I sprinkle some crushed red peppers and onion powder and stuff in there to season it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I like making it every now and then. I'm just I like homemade.
That's
nice.
you're proud of.
Homemade Chinese food is good. So
that sounds good.
Yeah.
It's fun to cook. I made eggplant parmesan this week, and it was my first time cooking it and my first time eating it.
Eggs planted that parmesan?
Damn it, go.
Yeah, little eggs with legs. They planted a cheese food in the garden, and I harvested it.
Good stuff. Yeah. I made some breakfast tacos this morning. That was the last thing that I cooked.
Ooh.
So it was good.
What would you call a breakfast taco?
There could be a number of different things. The ones that I did was scrambled eggs with chorizo and tater tots. I forgot what they were called.
Hey,
and then
potato
some
toddlers.
sriracha on that in a tortilla.
Wait. You called that a breakfast burrito?
That's a breakfast taco. Yeah, because it's eggs and
It
cheese.
had eggs
and
in it.
Breakfast taco?
Yeah.
burrito.
Anything's a breakfast
taco.
if you put egg in it.
Yeah. But I
sure if it has eggs on it, it's breakfast.
I've seen some do it with like salsa and chorizo, or with like beans or something, or they do have some rice in there. So I've seen all sorts of things. But yeah, I guess it's just like a real quick and easy way to make them, and I guess real Americanized too. So
I don't know, because we have our Chilenized tacos, so I cannot speak as to how the Mexicans do it.
I gotcha.
But,
that's fair.
Yeah, I guess there's a fine line between a breakfast taco or burrito and a regular one. Whereas if it were scrambled eggs and chorizo, maybe I would call it a breakfast one. But then if you add, I don't know, the tater tots or the rice, the beans, that's looking more like a regular one. So.
I feel like Tots designates it as at least partially breakfast.
And scrambled eggs. Because when are you really having scrambled eggs for like...
Yeah, you don't eat tater tots for breakfast, but as a hash brown stand-in, they can signify breakfast.
Yeah. Well, also you guys have a different breakfast than ours.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
True. Food is good.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Yep. Food is good.
Indeed. Did you guys see this Mortal Kombat trailer?
Yeah.
What did you guys think? Melissa, are you interested at all in Mortal Kombat?
Sure. I don't know the difference between a Mortal Kombat and a Street Fighter, to be honest. I don't know.
What do you mention that? Because there was an article going around that was like, I have no idea why they didn't include Chun-Li in this trailer. And everyone was like,
no, I know she's a Street Fighter.
Are you serious?
Okay, so these are the Mortal Kombats that I know.
But if you read the article, the author of it seemed to know at least about it, but I don't know why the author would have thought of that. There was some wire crossing at some point where the author thought that Chun-Li was in Mortal Kombat. I don't know.
It was funny though.
Was that the joke? Was this not a joke article?
I don't know.
Really,
that's the thing.
Taking it as a joke, if that the thing was not, the actual article itself was not meant to be funny or stuff like that. It was actually
because the article was written as to, oh man, it wasn't a serious article the way that the person wrote it. It was for sure a bit more a passionate article, or at least having more fun with it. But yeah, then the article gets to the part of Chun-Li as it being the one on mission, and you're like, oh, why?
It got a lot of attention though. So if it was meant to be a thing like that, then it worked.
Well, if you read it until the bottom of the article, they added a correction saying, "Oh, we were wrong" or something like that. But it's towards the bottom of the article.
Yeah, you
have to read the whole article to get to the correction.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So I don't know if it was intentional or not.
This is all I know about Mortal Kombat. You got Sub-Zero, you got Scorpion. It's very bloody. Someone shouts, "Get over here."
Yeah,
that would be Scorpion.
Is this the movie with Raul Julia in it, or is that Street Fighter? Which is the Raul Julia one?
No idea.
Raul Julia.
He played Gomez in the Addams Family movies, and in one of these two video games had a movie adaptation in the 90s where he played the villain. He was M. Bison. Which is the M. Bison?
Oh, M. Bison was M. Bison is Street Fighter.
Okay. All right, so there's no Raul Julia in this one.
Street Fighter had Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay.
It had Ming-Na Wen.
Nice.
I think those are the only two that I recognize.
I've not seen these films.
But yeah, M. Bison
at some point.
Street Fighter.
Okay.
But Mortal Kombat, its whole thing is that it's way bloodier.
Okay. All right. I know. I think I've seen Mortal Kombat in a pizzeria. And my dad didn't give me a quarter, so I didn't play it.
Well, Mortal Kombat actually was one of the, if not the most emblematic game from the whole hearings about violence in video games.
It's absolutely the most
And ratings
famous
over video games.
of like, look at this, it's bloody, and it's like
Yeah.
red pixel, red pixel.
Yeah, it's like that and
Yeah, exactly.
and Night Trap.
Yeah,
Night
exactly.
Trap, I know.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Yeah. So they released this new trailer for the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie, which I'm oddly excited about now because of this trailer, but I really didn't have this on my radar at all. And I don't expect this to be great. I just expect this to be like dumb fun with a lot of bloody action. Which is kind of what you need it to be, right? But man, there is one scene in there where Sub-Zero slashes Scorpion and his blood comes gushing out, and he freezes it midair, takes it and stabs him with his own blood. Holy shit, that was great. I was like,
this is all itchy and scratchy antics. I will watch this movie. There are often times where I'm excited for a movie and I will watch a trailer, but for this one, I'm like, it won't make sense to me anyway. And won't it be more fun if I'm completely shocked by all of this nonsense as I see it happening live in front of me?
Yeah, it's going to be good, dumb fun. I
Yay!
think.
Yeah, it looks at least like it's gonna have a good amount of action and good action.
Yeah,
good choreography, at least from what we see in the trailer. And also a lot of blood, which kind of cool.
And fatalities and stuff like that, too.
Yeah.
Fatalities.
I didn't like the cheeky stuff where
Kano wins.
The character at the end.
His name is.
Yeah, Kano wins or something like that. Or finish him.
Yeah. I mean,
that's when it gets
like that's the thing, though. You kind of you have to have that stuff in there. Like,
I know, but
it's completely dumb that it has to be in there, but you have to have it in there.
All the yelling, the finish him is this.
Finish him, all that stuff.
They have finish him in the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I think in that context it is. I know it's about to be a callback to the other thing, but I think it makes more sense in this fight as opposed to Kano wins or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the finishing line.
I saw a YouTube video, and I'll have to track it down if it still exists, but it is like the opening credit sequence, I suppose, to the Mortal Kombat video game, but they've replaced every image of a fighter with Michael Keaton, and instead the voice is screaming, Michael Keaton!
Mortal Kombat has surprisingly a big amount of story.
Ooh.
They do.
It has a lot of story in it.
That's one thing I was
Why
always
is the
really
combat so mortal?
impressed by that I didn't know. Because I remember playing Mortal Kombat on my N64 and then going to school and playing Mortal Kombat on the playground, just being like, I'm Luke Cage. And then we'd and just do stupid stuff. But there was a couple of kids that knew all sorts of things. When he went and married this guy, he actually had an affair with her, and then blah. And it's just how do you know this stuff?
There's a whole reason for the Mortal Kombat to be happening. It's a war between realms, and if this other realm wins the Mortal Kombat, there's another realm, the other realm. I think that one was called.
The other nether realm.
There's some realms.
There's two genres of stories: those with realms, those without realms.
Yeah. The story of Mortal Kombat, the Mortal Kombat, from what I know, is that there are all these different realms, but when a realm wants to take over another realm and invade it, they have to win 10 Mortal Kombats in a row.
Okay.
And so
would that mean
when
they were
Mortal Kombat 1
overwhelmed
happens?
Overwhelmed.
I'm done. Podcast done.
Yeah, leave after that. But if this other realm has won 9 Mortal Kombats, but if they win one more, they get to take over Earth realm, which is our realm. But then Mortal Kombat 1 happens, and then there's this whole thing with the Elder Gods, and there's also
wild
at one point they go back to the past, and then now the future timeline and the past timeline are colliding.
Wild stuff, man.
It's super weird. Wow.
Should be good fun, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies and stuff, though, Marvel apparently got the live action rights back for Punisher and Jessica Jones.
That's cool.
I think
Nice.
these were the last couple remaining Netflix shows that they were waiting to get the rights back to, because I know they already had Daredevil and Luke Cage, and I think Iron Fist too, because that didn't go so well. But no one's really clamoring for more Iron Fist. But they
I never watched season 2.
the first season was not great. I liked the second season better because of how it ended. It seemed like if they did a third season, they were going to do it really well. Like it seems like there's like, we heard you, it sucked, we're gonna fix this. And season 3 would have been that, but it did so bad that they were just like, yeah, you're not getting a season 3. So
Yeah, well, I was all into their whole Netflix universe.
it was so good.
Where I watched all of them except for Iron Fist season 2.
Yeah.
I don't know why I watched. Oh wait, no, I also didn't watch The Punisher for whatever reason.
Punisher's real good.
Yeah,
It's also very
I watched
bloody.
The Defenders. The Defenders are watching one sitting.
Wow.
That one I have to say, not as good. Not one of their best things.
It was still cool seeing them
Sure.
come together.
Yeah. And team up and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess hopefully I think except for maybe the Spider-Man characters and Hulk, I think those are the only remaining ones that aren't back in their wheelhouse.
I think so.
I think there might have been.
Unless there's one
don't
like
have you.
really weird, obscure one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There might be one rare, obscure one that is floating somewhere.
Because I think they got the rights back to Ghost Rider. We know they're working on Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, Howard the Duck. I don't know.
Well,
about
he's in
that
the
one.
Guardians movies.
Yeah, they have it in
That's
Guardians.
true. That's true. And I think that it
Yeah,
was
and
Lucasfilm that did the Howard the Duck movie
Yes.
too. So
George
Yes.
Lucas, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Oh, and
Made
Howard
it
the Duck
himself.
is going to appear in the What If.
that's true. Yeah.
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 And also for Hulk, they kinda have the rights. They cannot have him be or have his own movie.
Yeah.
But they can still have him anywhere else,
They have to be
which is a weird thing.
gearing up to do. I wonder if that's the thing. If it's only Bruce Banner Hulk, or if they do like hey, we have Amadeus Cho. We'll turn him into. I mean, I guess they're also making their She-Hulk show, so they're doing something with that. But like, you have to think some of these characters they're either going to need to start replacing with like other version, like legacy versions of those characters, or something else.
Well,
but
they are already starting that with. We're gonna have Hawkeye, which will be
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. We know that they recasted Ant-Man's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and so they might end up doing Young Avengers
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we also
because then they also
have Wiccan now in
Wiccan and the other
WandaVision,
one,
so and Speed.
both of the
But
twins.
Speed is usually not mentioned in the comics. He's just out there doing stuff.
Just
And
running
then they
around.
also are gonna have Miss Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah.
soon.
Kamala Khan. That's gonna be fun. So
So,
good
yeah.
stuff. Good on Marvel.
stuff.
It's good to have a
getting all that
family
stuff back.
grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was weird. Did you guys see that we landed on Mars?
I didn't even know we were going to Mars. Like, I always know in general we're going to various places in space.
They're always
I was not-
testing something.
Yeah, but I was not actively told, hey, did you know we're on our way to Mars?
They landed a
they
rover.
sent a rover to Mars.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah,
actual
a robot
humans.
citizen, not
Sometimes
a human.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Still not a meme.
well, I saw this on my Twitter timeline. This was really interesting. Apparently, there was a video going around. I don't know if this was an official NASA video, but somehow it made it into the like Twitter moment roundup thing. The thumbnail for this video was the OnlyFans logo, but the actual video was the NASA footage and stuff like that. And then at the end of it, there was like 4 seconds of this like gay pool party, like OnlyFans video. And it was making the rounds. It was doing all that stuff. And I'm like, no, it was weird because no one was mentioning it. I don't know if it was like.
Well, that's what's on Mars.
Sure.
Yeah. Where was it?
We don't know. You know, it could be a sexy pool party on Mars.
Sexy gay pool party on Mars.
That's where all the water is.
Let me see, because
It's difficult to have water.
It's not showing up on my desktop version here. Let me see if I can find.
So
I saw.
NASA sends a rover to Mars. We're about to find out more things about Mars, about if there's life elsewhere in the planet. And here's Cal wanting to talk about this OnlyFans thing.
No, so I think that is interesting how that got connected to whatever this is.
I don't know what happened. So it's not showing up on my desktop version, but it was happening on my phone a little bit. Let me see if it's still. Oh, they fixed it. They changed it.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they would.
Oh, I didn't realize you didn't know it changed. I clicked on this link that you put in our document, and it was just like a regular like NASA video. And then somebody screenshotted in the comments like, what about this OnlyFans thing? May we discuss this?
Yeah, there's. Let me see if I can find.
If I became a fan of Mars, what would I get? For how many dollars a month?
A lot of rocks.
Yeah, like let me see if I can show this thing here. Yeah. So I mean, like you can see, they had a thumbnail on there with that. There's a like it was just barely a clip of like you saw like 3 hot men like putting on suntan lotion and stuff.
Oh, good,
like
healthy.
That. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's very hot over at Mars.
I think it's colder because they're over there. They're farther away from sun than we are.
It's complicated. Mars doesn't have an atmosphere like our planet, and so it might be colder, but you're still being bombarded with cosmic rays and radiation, a lot of radiation.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Like, man, I tried to Google how hot is Mars, and I accidentally typed.
What is Bruno?
How hot is Mars?
How hot is Mars?
I thought you Googled how hot is Bruno Mars.
No, how hot is Mars? Bruno Mars is very hot.
Very hot.
How hot is Mars?
See, it's
so according to Google.
Yeah, it's.
Surface temperatures may reach a high of about 20 degrees Celsius, which is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit at noon.
That's a balmy day.
And a low of about negative 153 degrees Celsius, which is negative 243 degrees Fahrenheit at the poles.
So it's cold, but it's cosmically hot. Like I'm going to get radiation on me, but I'll be chilly.
A lot of radiation.
Okay.
A lot of radiation.
That's the new
like a Hulk amount
compliment. Just be like, damn, girl,
more
you're
than that.
Cosmically hot.
Way more than that.
Right?
Cosmically hot.
Yeah, and so that's one of the reasons why colonizing Mars is so difficult.
Yeah,
because it's not just that there's no air, but also there's not an atmosphere, and so you're not protected against all of these cosmic rays.
Oh well. I remember being in school and they were like, by the year 2016, we're going to be living on Mars. You guys are going to be going to school on Mars.
When you went to school, you were still using horse-drawn carriages.
No.
Yeah, I remember I had to wear a bonnet to school every day.
Playing my
I had to
favorite
write
game
with a
at
charred stick
recess,
on a
stick
clay
and hoop.
tablet.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but like the school I went to was very space focused because it was named after Buzz Aldrin. And I got to meet him and shake his hand.
Could you tell that hand had been on the moon when you touched it?
Like, ooh, very moony. Yes. Yeah, moony indeed.
Look at your palm. You've got one of those moon lines that tells me that, yeah, you were meant to go to the moon.
But yeah, it was very space focused, and they were always like, yeah, we're going to be living on Mars. 2015, guarantee it. And then here we are, 2021.
Why can't I not remember the name of the first person in the moon?
Neil Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Because I could only remember Buzz Aldrin, which is the one that no one remembers.
I mean, that's
until
the
they
one
named
that
that action figure after him.
Right.
Yeah.
My school was named after him. Buzz Lightyear named after him.
Yeah.
What's that, Melissa?
I want to tell you guys about a cool astronaut that I learned about last year. Yes, Ronald Mcnair.
So close.
Okay.
So close. Could have been Ronald McDonald in space.
That's what Google tried to suggest to me. No, Ronald McNair. He was, I believe, the second black man in space.
Nice.
He unfortunately died as part of the Challenger mission. Sorry to tell you ahead of time, there is a sad ending to this story. But last year I read a bunch of biographies of astronauts, not full books. I just went to biography.com where there's like a 1,000-word webpage on a lot of different people. And I read a bunch about astronauts. And Ronald McNair, he was like a karate black belt or something like that. He did he went to school and he did some sort of a master's project about lasers, and then somebody stole all of his test results out of his car a year before he needed to be done with this project, and he'd been working on it for 2 or 3 years. And he's like, well, I'll just do it all again in a year. And he did. And he went to space and he played saxophone, and he played it in space.
That's
he took the saxophone with him. He played in space.
Did he do it in space?
He absolutely did. You can Google it. You can find a picture of him playing a saxophone in space, and I demand it to be the thumbnail image for this video, please.
Sexy space time.
He did get to space, for lower missions than
low orbit,
all the way
escort
up there,
missions, stealth missions, stuff like that.
Exactly.
All kinds of space missions.
Yeah,
and he was going to. Before he unfortunately exploded and died, rest in peace to him and his friends, he was going to beam down to some concert. There was going to be some jazz concert somewhere on Earth. And they're like, we have a special guest to join us on the saxophone live from the Challenger. It's Ronald McNair. And he's playing the sax in space along with this band on Earth.
Wow.
And they ended up taking I don't know, a recording of him playing the saxophone in another context. And they made a whole song out of that, in his honor that they played later.
Aw. There you go.
Do you know who else was supposed to be on the Challenger?
Big Bird.
Exactly. Can you imagine?
The suit or the actor? One in the suit.
The suit, not Carol Spinney. They were talking about, NASA was talking about as a way to get kids excited about the Challenger, get them excited about space travel. They're going to be like, Big Bird is going to be on the Challenger. And I think they'd film scenes of him like he was up there. I don't know exactly what they would send. I don't think they'd send a puppet or anything to up there with the challenger, like, okay, Krista McAuliffe, you need to operate this puppet and pretend like you're a real member of the Jim Henson Workshop. We're putting this on you. You got to make it seem like Big Bird's alive. I don't know exactly what the plan was, but they ended up not going with that.
Imagine training your whole life to survive in space and be an astronaut. And the first thing they ask you to do when you get up there is put on a Big Bird costume and then dance around.
Or I don't know. Or like, so I think they do like stuff in studio like Big Bird was up there, but they decided not to. Thank goodness. Because otherwise, if they would have told kids Big Bird went to space, then they would have had to tell them. Big Bird has died, children. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Imagine that the writer's room that next day on Sesame Street of like, how are we gonna explain this one, guys?
You gotta pull the curtain back. Man, kids watch that in school. Like, they turned it on thinking, how cool. We had to watch a space shuttle launch into the stars. And then it didn't. And then like 7 people died. Man. All these kids were probably traumatized. Mm-hmm. I not that we aren't, our generation, but we didn't get excited for a space shuttle and then it died.
Yeah.
It's truly, I'm laughing because I don't know what else to do because it's truly haunting to think about. But the lesson at the end of the day I want you to take away is that astronauts are cool. Go look up various astronauts. They're all very interesting people. And please visit your local science center. Right. In my local science center, which I miss dearly, they have like this thing on not an exhibit, because it's not an entire thing. It's just like an infographic and like a box on the wall. And it's like, this is how much money it would take to send this carton of chocolate milk to space. And it's just like a pint of chocolate milk and then stacks and stacks and stacks of fake paper money.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's the problem with rockets, is that we do not have a very efficient way as to sending things up to space.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, here's a question for you all to switch gears. When was the last time that you guys went out of your comfort zone to do something? And this can be like trying a new food or doing something you don't like doing, or just like, hey, I'm gonna get a new experience and I'm just gonna do this thing that I probably know I'm not gonna like, but I'm just gonna like, hey, I need life experience or something like that. When was the last time that you guys feel like you got out of your comfort zone? Because I've done not much of them, but I want to stream more here on Twitch. And I've done like 2 or 3 streams now. It is very much outside of my comfort zone. But because I like having you guys, like I like having someone else there to talk with and stuff like that. So streaming by myself is very daunting to me, and I did that today. I think I want to keep doing it, like maybe on Sunday nights. I'm just like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do every Sunday night. Excuse me. And just have that be a thing that I do in 2021. Maybe.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. With quarantine, it is very difficult to do.
Sure.
Like something out of your comfort zone. I guess, like yours for me recently would have been being with you, Kyle, or with Alan, being on a stream.
Sure. Yeah.
Streaming again, because I suck at that. Like I suck at being spontaneous and creative and trying to entertain a public, and so having to be with either you or Alan and not just sit there being silent.
Yeah.
Whereas as you talk about it, what's going on with the game, or feel the theater. Like I suck at that, but yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
Out of the comfort zone.
That's what I'm working on too of just like when I am by myself, or because I can sit here and podcast and talk all day, and I know when it's okay to be silent and have some dead air on a podcast. You don't want much, right? But you don't want to be scared of like thinking and coming up with an answer to something. But I also know it's like, hey, if we're legitimately out of stuff to talk about, just end the podcast. You know, there is no right or wrong of like, it has to be this long, right? Like you can do whatever you want there. So I'm trying to get used to being by myself and being entertaining in that regard, and not having someone there to talk with and bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, and I guess other than that, it would have been in the before times when I was in SF. I'm not someone that goes out to clubs or anything like that. I suck at that, and so I did that when I was in San Francisco.
Yeah,
went to some clubs and
there you go.
Tried to dance, which I feel very awkward trying to dance or talk to people like out of nowhere. So I did some of that, which
there you go. It's good
nothing
fun.
Going out of my comfort zone.
Good.
Sam is back in the chat with us.
Where'd Sam go?
I don't know. Sam must have evaporated or something. She
Back
went to go
from
do
somewhere.
Yeah, she went to go do something else. We're kind of at the tail end. We're asking like one final question here of when was the last time you got out of your comfort zone and did something that was, I don't know, just outside of your comfort zone. I guess that's it.
I did it literally physically. I downloaded a fitness app this week. And like lately, since it's gotten too cold to like, well, I can't go to my gym. I theoretically could. I think they are open, but it sounds too risky. It's too cold for me to go out and like walk around. So for a while, for some semblance of fitness, I downloaded one app on my Roku that was like dancing. And I tried it and it felt so unnatural. Like, I'm with you, Ignacio. Like, I don't dance. And even if it's like dance for fitness, here, do these steps, follow along. Like, this feels weird. Why am I doing this? I don't understand. And then I tried to just do like amorphous stretches here alone in my room. Like, I saw a picture of a stretch online. I'm like, I think I can do that. It wasn't very effective, but I stuck with it. I did it most days, and that's something. I found an app that I like. I found videos that are working for me, and I've only been on this 2 days, so it's very soon.
Sure.
But for the last 2 days, I've done like 25 minutes of like intense stretches.
That's
not,
awesome.
Tougher workout than that, because I just need to stretch first. I need to make sure that my body is pliable because I don't do anything but sit here and then go to the couch and sit there also.
Yep.
I'm very stiff.
I want to start running this year. Because I grew up being very active, right? I played sports and stuff. And then once I got to college, I was dancing and stuff like that. And when I stopped doing all of that, I was still at least walking like to and from work and all around campus. So I got a lot of a workout with that. But yeah, I'm thankful that my metabolism is really, really good and I can eat kind of whatever I want and not really gain weight. I have gained weight here in quarantine, but it hasn't been much. Like, it's not noticeable except to me, right? So it would be nice to like, hey, if this is gonna continue for a little while, I should maybe just start running sometime once it starts getting a little bit warmer out. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
The problem with running now is that you have to wear the mask, and that always makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've been able to play tennis over here.
Oh, nice.
And so the good thing about tennis is that you're both players are very far apart from each other. So
Yeah.
I don't have to wear any masks.
Nice.
That's cool.
I did
I've
not
been
know you
wanting to
played
pick up tennis.
Tennis.
Oh, I played tennis for at least 5 years as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah, I think even more, where I would go to tennis classes every Sunday morning.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it would have been 6 years, maybe 7 years. And then after that, the same amount of years where I didn't ever do tennis. And so 2 years ago, I tried to join the tennis club of my college. And I was so bad, but it's so incredibly bad that I couldn't believe it. And so, yeah, now that I'm here back where I grew up, there's a place, the same place where I would go to classes as a kid. I'm going there and I'm having classes every Tuesday and Thursday.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
So it's been good.
Nice.
Yeah. And luckily now my shots, my hits are improving quite a lot.
There you go. I know next to
That's
nothing
cool.
about tennis, except for I've seen the Prince of Tennis anime. That's everything I know about tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just remember that when I had to do various like sport units in gym class
That was
growing up,
one
I
of
never
them,
liked
yeah.
any of them that much. But I like tennis and like badminton more than the others. So and badminton's like junior backyard tennis for wimpy arms like me. So maybe I should start there. But I like those more than I like the other ones. I'm like, I should do that just once. And that's like something a fancy lady does in a movie is go to play tennis. Racquetball, which is tennis, but like you're in a glass box. I want to do that very much.
There you go.
Yeah. The good thing about tennis is that it's just you versus someone. Unless it's doubles, but mainly you versus one other person, as opposed to something like football or soccer where it is a team. And so if you're doing bad, then you feel guilty for dragging down the team. Whereas here, it's just you versus the enemy. Win or lose, it's all on you.
Enemy.
Yeah.
There you go. Good stuff. Well, I say that's a good place to wrap things up for this week. Sounds good to me. A little bit of housekeeping for you guys. If you guys did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at the Whatnauts. You guys can find out more information on our website, thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platforms of choice. Just type in the Whatnauts and all of our shows will pop up right there. If you like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We have a $3 tier with all kinds of exclusive content for you guys to check out from all of our shows. Actually, speaking of that, there's something I need to talk with you all about after this. But yeah, a bunch of exclusive content on that. A big shout out to our patrons at the $5 tier. So thank you, Sam, who is here at the start
Thanks,
and
Sam.
at the end of the podcast here in the chat on Twitch. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Speaking of Twitch, if you guys want to support us, you can also subscribe to us on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/thewhatnauts. We are streaming video games every Wednesday night, usually 6:30 or 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, we are here every Friday night to record the Captain's Log at 9 p.m. Eastern. You guys can subscribe. I think it's about $4.99 for a tier 1 subscription. However, if you have Amazon Prime, you also have a Twitch Prime subscription you can give out for free. You just have to link your accounts, and then you can give us free money.
Yep.
So we would love that to be us if you did that. That would be wonderful. But that is about it for housekeeping. Kyle ropes Melissa into more stuff seconds after I text Melissa asking if she's available after the podcast.
I am, Sam. Thank you, friend.
It's going to be really fast. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's about it for housekeeping. So, Melissa, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities, where me and my brother James talk about a weird old kids show you feel like only you remember.
Good stuff. And Ignacio?
People can find me on Twitter at Ignacio Rojas B. That's IGNACIOROJASB.
There you go. If you guys want to stay up to date with me, I'm at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can stay up to date with our shows at The Whatnauts on Twitter. So go like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. That would help us out a ton. And don't forget to leave some kind words. Go rate and review us on your podcasting apps. That would help us out a ton. And we would appreciate it a lot. So yeah. There you go. That's about it. That wraps us up for episode 131 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. We will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.